These people have been working together, all in cahoots for all of this time. And it needs to all be addressed. I'm glad it's not just me anymore. I'm glad it's someone else. I'm glad there are other people who need to be heard. I'll be sure. I'm glad they're hearing him, Cassie. I'm glad they're hearing her, Kim Porter, through, I'll be sure. I'm glad, Natanya Rubin, I'm glad. All of these things. So yeah, it's mixed emotions, but I just know when you pray for something and God answers it, you should be happy.
Guess what? Jaguar Wright showed up at Diddy's trial. Yep, you heard that right. I'm not joking, and this isn't fake. It's true. You can even go online right now and look it up. Jaguar Wright really went to Diddy's trial. Some people are saying she's in witness protection, but others think that's just silly. That's not what's going on. She actually showed up, and she's free to do that if she wants to. But what do you guys think about all this? It's super interesting, right? Like she said, it's been a long time. The wait is over. This is the moment she's been excited about. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to show some love. Now, I want you all to listen to this clip of Jaguar Wright. Tell me what you think and share your ideas.
It's good to take a stand and still be standing when it all comes to pass. It's good to be here. It's great to be here to see everyone so engaged, so focused on an issue that needs to be addressed. And that's the Diddy issue. I hope he's guilty of all charges. I hope they throw the book at him. I hope they throw him, yeah. But it's not just him. And that's my greatest issue. And that's why I'm here. I don't want to see the same thing happen in this case that happened in the R. Kelly case. Because if that had been properly addressed, this would have been addressed back then. Cruelty-free artistry, that's all that matters. So yeah, here we are, Jackie on the spot. This is the job. Cruelty-free artistry. Let's go. I'm here to stand in solidarity with all of the survivors of Diddy and for the agenda for cruelty-free artistry to be something real. There's too much pain. There's been too many victims. There's too many survivors. Finally, they're being heard. That's because I've always known what he was. I've always known what he was. I've watched him operate in a duplicitous manner for decades. There are people, law enforcement, who have signed full affidavits, notarized affidavits, that they worked in corrupting cases that should have been brought to justice on behalf of Mr. Pence. Like, all of these things are there. Let's pay attention to the facts and let's pray for the survivors. That's why I'm here. Oh, there's definitely a lot of people that did know, period. We have to face those facts. It's no different than in the Hollywood machine or the child filmmaking business or anything else. Corruption is corruption, but it needs to be addressed. And we're doing that. So that's good. Yeah, I think it's a wider issue in entertainment as a construct, as a whole, everywhere. You know, it has to stop. And we have to care. That's why this is happening, because we finally started to care. The government doesn't move until the people say, this needs to be addressed. This is it. This is evidence. The people are speaking and they are listening because it addresses a lot of great social issues that are decaying and destroying our communities now on a global level. There are things that are happening in the world that are being disguised as entertainment, but they have done nothing but bring great harm. Once upon a time, I was a young person when Diddy was put in charge. 25 years, I watched all of the abuses. Everyone said, no, nothing's ever going to happen. Nothing's ever going to change. And 5 years ago, I said, no, I'm going to challenge that. And here we are. This is the value of taking a stand. And when that stand has integrity, it will be addressed. So here we are. Where else would I be? I don't know, because we still have to wait for them to finish up jury selection. There were some issues there. So I know we're all waiting to hear what's that, but I'm hoping that Cassie gets to go first. She's pregnant. She needs to get this done and get this over with. So I'm hoping that they really get to start there just for her sake. You know, nobody's paying attention to the fact that after she left Diddy, her life actually became a life. She's a mom now. She's a wife now. She wasn't those things when we knew her in the industry. That's who she is now. There are 3 little people now that don't know none of this. Shout out to Wendy Williams. I wish she could have been here. I listened to her. Everybody has to watch her. You know what? And thank God for that. Thank God that there's an option. I survived it. Everybody knew. And that's what's wild, because everybody knew. That's the weirdest thing in my life. Seeing people from back in the day who I know, who know exactly what I know. And they still sit there, you're 60 years old, man. Tell the truth, shame the devil and died. If it wasn't that bad, it wouldn't hurt that much after all this time. That's how bad it is. That is still still has that kind of impact 25 years later. Look, he could have done a lot of things. When he said, can't stop, won't stop, take that, take that. You know, when you live long enough for your words to hurt you. The day that everyone said was never going to happen, the day that I said would, the day that they said it was never going to be because I'm crazy, what do I know? And yet it's here.
Okay, so let me tell you what's going on. You can tell Jaguar Wright feels a little better now, right? For so long, people kept saying she was making stuff up, but now it seems like she feels some relief. You can even hear it in her voice when she talks about it. She said it herself. And lots of people are saying Diddy might not even have a trial, let alone go to jail. Right now, Diddy is actually in court, like as we speak. And you know what? One thing I can say, especially about this whole Diddy situation, is that Jaguar Wright has always stuck to what she says, no matter what. She's always stood by her word about the case. If you were online when the Diddy case first got big, you probably remember how so many people were saying Jaguar Wright was lying. Like, a lot of people. They were calling her out, saying she was making stuff up and talking nonsense. But here we are now, and she's still standing by everything she said from the start. I think she must feel really relieved right now. She said it's been so many years, and for this to finally happen for her, it's like a blessing. But when it comes to Diddy, I just feel like he should face the consequences for the things he actually did, not for stuff people are just making up about him. I know for sure some things are being made up and thrown at him, but honestly, when you live a life like Diddy has, especially being super famous, this kind of stuff happens. And when things go wrong, trust me, even your closest friends can turn into your enemies. That's just how it goes sometimes. Diddy's life was pretty wild, and it finally caught up to him. Now we just have to wait and see what happens next. What do you think about all this? Share your thoughts. Don't forget to give this a like and subscribe to show some love.